They also want the EC to agree to publish the findings of the forensic audit. And the fourth one is they want a re-exhibition exercise of the register after the forensic audit. And they want a review and correct. They want the EC to review and correct all unauthorized transfers. They also want the EC to adopt a revised timeline for electoral activities ahead of the December polls. And then also the last one is they want the EC to institute accountability and integrity measures. So these are some of the demands, all the demands they are demanding from the EC, and they're giving them 1 week to hear from them. That's according to the NDC. And then also we'll touch on Galamsey, the politics of Galamsey. Will it have any impact, or will it affect this year's election? And so you know that Napo, who is the running mate of the NPP, says he's calling for all political parties to sign an anti-Galamsey pact. That is his call to all political parties. And so we're asking that, will this affect decision of voters, the Galamsey politics? And so is there a need for that commitment, or why some politicians have been seen as taking a double standard on this matter and all of this matter? And then Ghana, we understand, is losing about 160,000 tons of cocoa every year by smuggling, particularly in 2023-2024. That's how much we lost in cocoa smuggling. And so we look into these matters and even more here on the Breakfast Live. But let's get to Kumasi. I want us to find it from Kumasi. But there's an interesting video today I'm going to show to you. Yesterday, as part of the protest, the protesters stormed the National Cathedral. And interestingly, what happened was that, you know, the pit that has been dug at the cathedral site, now, because of the rains, it has gathered some water, and the protesters started swimming in that water, that pit water. It's almost turned into swimming pool. So that's the pictures. These are the pictures you're seeing on your screen there. Protesters now turning the National Cathedral site to swimming pool, and that is how they are venting their anger to the amount that has been, spent on this National Cathedral. So this is at the National Cathedral. It's not a swimming pool. It's not any river site, but the National Cathedral site where protesters are swimming there. Yes. Anyway, let's get straight into the matters. And again, you're welcome. Let's get it to Kumasi, and then from Kumasi, we'll come back and welcome our guests. We start the conversation right here on the Breakfast Live. These are the protesters in Kumasi, and what really happened in Kumasi that led to the shooting incident by the police service. Initially, they denied, but we understand that one police officer was injured. Some 3 protesters were arrested. We know from yesterday that they've been eventually granted bail. So let's listen to some of the protesters and what really happened in Kumasi. That was the only place or a scene that created some chaotic.
Ghana police, any MPP abai, akam hu abom, and the person say o man Ghana. Na sesiano, David sesi aje then ya bana sumdwem. Obian kutatio, obian kutaba. Ya bedru ya no. Ghana police, adia ba etuo, and aguya so, and wo mu shutu shutu ya. Adia boneni aye. Yanya bibia no. Revolution has a long way to go, but I come to stay. Okay. And police for even though Amo Amayanfa the mayor of
of the RCC. I had a fat Ediba EC office. Okay. But we have agreed with them. Okay. And we have to use the back route near the Abaha. Only for the police to block the entrance to the Electoral Commission. Okay. Yes, so your petition is to bring to the Electoral Commission. How do we stand out there and petition the Electoral Commission? Okay. This is stupidity by the police. And we want to tell the police that they won't get their way. Okay. If they want, we will all face it. Okay. And I'm not sure it is going to be NDC members alone who will fall. Some policemen will also fall. And what will be the good for our country? The point is that they are supposed to come here. We have complied. Only for us to get to this point and you say you're blocking. What is the essence of the whole work that we have done from that side to this side? It doesn't make sense. Okay. Who is ordering the police to do that? The Electoral Commission should open the door for us to give him the petition and we'll disperse our people.
Have you heard from them so far?
My brother, if we have heard from them, you think we will be standing here? We will not be standing here. What is here for us to be standing here? But we will not finish our protest before leaving here. We will continue to be here until we do.
Route is saying, Yabefa regional minister office one room. Yambefa Omechi, Nembe Remo, and I see your route to Nebefa. Etiafa route no Yaba, and on block here or Quinso. And I got to say, your route now, Modima, say, Yamfa, or route there, as ever. And I must have put my emphasis, maybe Sylvester. Sylvester, Yabutre, Yadru, and I must see Debbie, moving my emphasis, and I see Debbie, Gentra. I didn't know she say, route way, never far. Say them can watch us here. And one must say, police back on the say, Edia, Yadina, and Koichi, Mumayam Fowl. This is a then a course who are selling, and then a police one year. May catch up so busy over 1,000 ways to win elections. May catch us and touch your back, and touch your back. May see a busy over 1,000 ways in winning elections. May catch up the Afi, Medibanimu, and touch your back. Only may I catch a police for this? Oma Abuyano, you're very important. We have pictures of all those policemen. And being professionals, the business MPP attire. We are sending them, sir, inshallah, to me best, sir. And yet threat. But yeah, at the end peacefully. You can say yeah, but it's your office. You do one your original office. Make catch up say you want the yako. It's Yambra is your office. Yeah, but yeah, please won't be the air boy. And as an NDC person now, we are Santimai, what's Hanum, we are going to protect you. You are going to tell the Omukaedi, Omude, petition Yade Komom, and then Choboy, and then you better have my diache. Choboy, Omani Yanipano or Machinana, and then you better have my diache. Message, Omani Yanipano Machinana, and then you better have my diache, Yadamasi.
Nsuo yankwa, nsuo mankwa, nsuo fa abodie mu de biara ensi. Hwe nsuo ne fe se enam ye ho nyinaa. Hwe se abodie ayedi. Wo hwe abodie no mu a bebia dedi. Nsuo kinye ni biara emma apobodi pa. Chiwa homie na apodi ni mu niema enjojo. Nsuo yankwa, nsuo mankwa. Nom Awake purified drinking water, one for life. Awake purified drinking water ba ubia wobetono. It is Sikano bi Ebwa National Cardiothoracic Center. Nature edumeku a wohwe akoma ho nsem so wo omanyimu. FDA agi edwedi nkrato yi atom.
It is often said that the human eye is the window to the soul. Also, did you know that 80% of our memories are determined by what we see? Therefore, let us help you leave a lasting and soulful impression. At Souvenirs and More, we are your all-in-one destination for imported and locally branded items of the highest and unmatched quality. For your silicone wristbands, air fresheners, lapel pins, pens, diaries, name tags, plugs, power banks, exercise books, key holders, paper bags, banners, stands, business cards, and many more. We provide you with nothing less than impeccable services that will keep you more than satisfied at unbeatable prices and with flexible payment plans. Locate us at La Paz Station, Obutu Street in Accra, Newtown. Please do call and WhatsApp us on 057 532 9333 and 023 332 9333 for prompt response, or log on to www.souvenirsandmore.com.
Adai bebre ananansen asia propro ebi asia bobom pumpunya nebinso ase aya puto bibre adani tipaye kase e dia mafie wurafo pa ana meboa anio eyefie wurafo tipaye pa sa problem ni solution wo ho ana anio solution no ye Aeroflex solution eye number 1 dam proofing solution a solve sa problem yi se dana se bobom pumpunya e propre na puto bibre ba se sa yesu si dan no wonsuom anase enchine wa asase enti na ama na basa abusia o solution eye Aeroflex solution sa wo de foul down asia eyi sa ha wi nyina efiri hodomo afei wa cracks ewo with them anase o roof any o ceiling leaky no wo solution eye Aeroflex solution na de wo mu ni se Ghana Standard Authority age Aeroflex solution atum sa wo pene dudu atu a contact Aeroflex solution wo mu Pick Farm oben Westland Hotel no frɛ Kai say Aeroflex no ERUFLEX Aeroflex solution simply the best.
All right, so you're welcome back. This is the Breakfast Live Show. Thanks for staying with us. It's time for the media review segment. We're going to get into the crux of the matter here. We'll begin our conversation from the NDC's petition from yesterday. Protest from yesterday. That enough is enough. This is to protest against, or it was to protest against the Electoral Commission over the anomalies they observed in the voters register. Basically, all they are demanding is a forensic audit, an independent forensic audit of the register. But we are hoping that the EC will give them a response. I want us to listen to Johnson Esiedu Ketia, who is the chairman of the NDC. When we are back from listening to him, then we can come and have this conversation. When he was presenting the petition to the Electoral Commission, it was received by Samuel Tete, who is the Deputy EC Chair in charge of operations, and here is what ensued.
To avail yourselves to enable us to present a petition to you this afternoon. We are happy that you are here, but we would have preferred to have at least the 3 senior members of the commission so that they can all hear us. Nevertheless, you carry the message and the right solution the spirit of your own logo. We chose to stand by this logo so that everybody will know what you claim you stand for. Transparency, fairness, and integrity. That is what the Electoral Commission of Ghana claims to stand for. We are here this afternoon to urge you to live according to your declared nature. That is transparency, fairness, and integrity. We have our petition to your office, but we made of the issues is petition. We don't want to delay the police because we have seen that they have also not eaten this morning, and you can easily see the fatigue on their faces. And so I like to restrict myself to reading our key demands, and then we will hand over to you the petition. The media can have copies of our petition, whether electronic or hard copy, so that it can save all of us from spending any more time. Our demands. Considering the grave irregularities and discrepancies uncovered in the 2024 Provisional Voter Register and the Electoral Commission's admission of unauthorized voter transfers and errors, the National Democratic Congress, in the spirit of safeguarding Ghana's democratic process for free, fair, transparent and peaceful elections on December 7, 2024, respectfully petition the Electoral Commission to do the following. Number one, permit an independent forensic audit of the voters register and the Commission's IT systems, which we suspect have been seriously compromised. Because we have seen actions they have sworn by the gods of Ghana to us that those actions can never happen behind our backs. But they themselves have attested to the fact that those very actions have taken place through manipulation.
All right, so that is the chairman, the national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, Johnson Esidin Ketia, presenting their petition to the AC. Let me welcome my guest now, and then we can get into the crack of things here. Malik Adama is a former parliamentary aspirant for Kaikui North constituency. He's also a member of the NDC National Communications team. Malik, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dennis.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And you too?
I'm blessed.
Yeah, we thank God.
Yes, thank God that you're here. We will talk about what you went to do yesterday, whether you were part of the
Yes, I was.
You were.
Yes.
You were. So
yes.
you were also in red.
Yes, of course, yes. I should be there. So I was there. Yes. And it was successful.
It was?
Yeah, it was successful and it was massive.
Have we started?
Massive.
I thought you did introduction.
No, yes. I mean, I just wanted to find out from him his participation in it. Also,
you know, when he starts, he will go on.
No, you will have a place to pause. Solomon Asante is also a member of the NPP National Communications team. So, good morning.
Good morning, DOG, the dog.
You and
is that your nickname?
I am surprised.
You know, that is his initial abbreviation.
He's the only one.
So DOG, dog.
DOG.
Dog. You guys have averted people's mind to that.
DOG, the dog. Good morning.
DOG, the dog. Yes. I didn't know that. Which species of dog are you? Alsatian or bulldog? or what do you call it? Mongrel? Or an ordinary Ghanaian dog? That doesn't bite.
DOG is never a dog.
DOG, the dog.
Anyway, you're welcome.
It means he knows you well, pa.
Lawyer Kwame Jantua is also a public legal practitioner and a senior member of the CPP. Penny, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm tired.
We can't be tired, can we?
No, I'm tired.
You can't.
So many things are happening that one doesn't understand.
Does it include what happened yesterday?
Oh, that is just something that the NDC feel needs to be done. They're doing it. But no, other things, like this talk about putting VRA and PURC and all of them together. When you listen to the machinations that are going on with it, it doesn't bode well. They're trying to break the VRA. It's not, anyway.
And also, yesterday there was this news about this Ghanaian American, Michael Benson, the Hollywood, Michael Blankson, yes, raising some concerns about his investment in Ghana.
Yes, the bonds.
Yeah, the bonds.
Yes.
And how he's frustrated about investing $1 million. But
And he's going to take the government on.
Yes, he's going to take it. And then the international investment market says that we cannot take this lightly at all in Ghana. And we should be taking some people on. Because, I mean, he tweeted about 8 tweets. Ghana stole the money I invested to keep my free school going, so now I might have to do a GoFundMe. Ghana robbed me and a lot of other people that trusted them enough to invest in that country. Ghana has set me back financially and I will never forgive them. I even hit up the big guys that makes decisions in Ghana and they told me they are sorry, and he does the LOL. Sorry for taking hard-working people's money and paying your debt to China. Ghana's favorite word when they do you wrong is I'm sorry. You are going to be sorry you did me wrong. And he goes on, who is the Minister of Finance in Ghana? I have beef with this guy. People of the diaspora decided to invest in our continent and they used our money to pay their debt and gave us 2 options. Either take a 37% cut and receive 5% interest with 11 years maturity date, or no cut but 1.9% interest with 15 years maturity date. I'm disappointed in my people for this. And he says that I did this Euro bonds because I figured that will help pay for the lifespan of the free school I have built in Ghana, and decided to use the money to pay their debt to China or whatever, and they leave us hanging. The last part is, I'm taking Ghana to the world court. They won't get away with this. Bonds only goes bad if there is some time of civil war. You don't take your customers' money and pay your debt. And this is one of the response from one of the top leaders in the world. This is Courts Shevik. It says, no Ghanaian citizen should take these allegations lightly. They will resonate throughout the investment sector, causing hesitation among potential investors worldwide. Akufo-Addo and his administration must be thoroughly investigated for these corrupt practices. And this has been trending on Twitter. And investors worldwide have taken this up. That's a bad image for Ghana.
So I asked the question, where's Ken Ofori-Atta?
Well, he's out now.
So?
Mohammed Amin.
He has a lot to answer.
Mohammed Adam,
he has a lot to answer.
That was just a passing information, even though it's important, very, very important for our economy. And this is a guy who has a lot of following on Twitter. He's a Hollywood star, and so his tweets resonates. And that's why, I mean, some of us want to take it serious. But anyway, Malik, let's get into your demonstration from yesterday. Did you achieve what you wanted?
Let me first say good morning to the former president and good morning to the good professor, the running mate of the NDC. Good morning to yourself.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Kwame. And then
good morning.
Good morning. Yes. I would like to touch briefly on the bond issue. You know, bonds are one of the safest way of investments. And we all knew that when you invest in government bonds, it is the safest. So far the safest. Some time back, our parents invested in bonds and they take the yield, 91 days yield, to be taking care of us. But what has happened today? This country wasn't given to the NPP as bankrupt. We left some money in the coffers of Ghana whilst handing over the country to NPP. We left 2 oil fields for the government whilst leaving the country to NPP. There were money. What happened? The then president was able to pay his workers without borrowing from the central bank. So what happened? Reckless expenditure. Very reckless expenditure. Very, very reckless and even let me say unprofessional. And then we have incompetent people managing the finance. What happened to Dr. Bawumia as a PhD holder who was touted as the beacon of finance, beacon of economy? What happened? You couldn't even manage our money that were left for you. You couldn't manage it. Look at how people are being even parading at the finance ministry. Just wanted their own money that they've invested, their own money that they've invested. You can't even give it to them. And you are giving them option. And even went ahead to say if they go to court, they will lose. So we asked, are you controlling the court? Ken Ofori-Atta even made that statement. Whoever will go to court will lose. So people even don't have trust in our judiciary in this country based on some of these reckless statements. Today, look at what is happening. A former Chief Justice was even part of those who were even parading at the Finance Ministry. Just because this one has gone beyond even the partisan issue. It is purely national issue. Just because everybody is suffering, but you can't talk. So it is purely bad mismanagement of this country.
Okay.
Purely bad mismanagement. Anyway, our yesterday's event was successful, and let me use your platform to applaud the organizers of the demonstration across the nation. So I applaud them for successful demonstration, and we also succeeded what we wanted. Just because the numbers was excessive, I believe you saw it on your media houses, even yourself. It was successful. The queue was from the roundabout up to even, let me see, if you know Kura, where the Kura office is, the traffic light. It went up to Farisco and then 10 up to the roundabout. That's the length of the queue. So just look at, that's about 3 kilometer length, which was full of people. That means people of this country are very, very angry. This should send a signal to the EC, just because we are not happy of their postures, and we are not happy of the way they handle the electoral affairs of this country.
So you've registered your concerns now with them, that you are unhappy with the way they are putting things together. So what next from here?
We are waiting to hear from them. We just heard them. They just replied some 5 hours ago after we submitted our petition. And then...
So are they going to grant you the request for the forensic audit?
We are waiting. As our leaders said, they've given them a week to hear from them, or to hear what they will implement or what they will do. So after the week, our leaders will direct us what to do next, which we will follow our leaders. You know, you even read some of our relief, what we wanted. It is a basic. If you, the electoral commissioner, has admitted that Pusiga, the district director, transferred some names without their knowledge, which you admitted, and even sacked the district officer, which simply means there might be other places that you and I were not aware or we couldn't find. Besides that, we were able to trace about 243,000 names that are transferred illegally without their knowledge, abnormals, and co. And we've told you that this is what we find. Initially, you insulted us. Secondly, you came on air and said we are misleading our people. And then later you admitted. When you admitted, we say that thing is beyond your strength. Your capacity cannot manage it because your system is weak. So engage experts so that these things will be audited. And this wouldn't be the first time, and it is not the first time to engage them. All the political parties will be present, their reps, and then let's go through, bring the experts. They go through. If they go through any other abnormalities or any other irregularities, they correct it. Then we move forward. But you say no, you will not do it, calling the NDC names. That's initially comment from them.
We have 3 months, and part of your demands, the point 4, you want a re-exhibition exercise to be conducted, and then you want them to review their activities 3 months down to December.
The reason for another exhibition exercise is after the corrections are done, automatically, people that have been eliminated, their names has been removed. People that have been illegally transferred without their knowledge. When you return them back, or when you fix them back, they need to go and check whether their names are there or not. So it makes sense if after all those irregularities have been corrected, there should be some days, minimal days of exhibition.
Do you have the time? Do we have the time?
So can we present this register, which is not authentic, with the aim of we don't have a time? 3 months, they can do that day and night. That is why they are there. Do we have to? Because everybody knew the register is not credible as we sit here. Everybody knew. They admitted it. And another danger is that, somewhere early this year and last year, the NDC raised an issue about some missing DVDs. And initially, they came and insulted that, as they used to do, Bosman particular specifically, as they used to do, and then later admitted. But there are CCTV cameras in the yard as well as all the offices. So if it's not an insider, who can enter there? Once you have the security, personal security, individual security is there, who can enter there and go and steal those DVDs out? And during the registration, we also find out most of the MPP gurus, their homes, people were registering in their various homes.
Okay.
Which was in the public domain.
So
all these things add up to what we are saying today. So all what we are telling the Electoral Commissioner is, one, you have admitted that, yes, what we said is true. You've admitted that, which has never occurred from 1992 up to even today, has never occurred. If it has occurred before, you can tell us. It has never occurred, and this thing has occurred. And if this thing has occurred, we want the trust. How do we trust it? It's by what? Bringing independent auditors to look at it and then say everything is okay, or this is like this is as it has been done before. So that is our
your demands. Okay, so let me come to you. These are fair demands, and if you want, a free, fair, transparent election, obviously we need a credible register.
Good morning to you, DOG the dog, and good morning to Lawyer and Mr. Malik and our cherished viewers this morning. Yes, for us to have the free, fair, peaceful and transparent elections this year, we need to have a credible register. In fact, that has been the order of the day for each election year. There are calls mostly or most and largely by opposition parties for free and credible register. In the first place, I have to state that the MPP as a political party in the records of this nation have proven to be the party which has taken most of the stance to ensure that our voter register is credible. We have taken so many positions to enhance the electoral process of this nation. That is undoubted. You can't doubt it. So there is no way that a political party which has taken such positions in the past, since this fourth Republican dispensation, there is no way we say we are against the call for a credible register. But we have to look at it well, how it is done. In the past, we use the proper channel to sort of air our grievances. When we started with these opaque objects that we vote into it came to even the card itself, where you have just a thumbprint on the voter ID representing your image, and then later it came to the black and white. All these changes were as a result of the call by the MPP for a proper electoral system in the country. Even when we came to the colored, we even went further to call for biometric, till where we have gotten. I hope you understand. Okay. Now, I think in 2016, the MPP took a similar position as the NDC has taken this year. And that was when we found ourselves as a political party buy into the idea of that body, LM's Let My Vote Count, whose leadership is made up of several opposition parties then. We found ourselves into, because personally I was involved just from this Obra sport going.
You also demonstrated.
And that is the Let My Vote Count, because we claim it's the same thing, the same crime, the same thing that layers some votes.
So why do you have to be going back to this issue? I mean, why don't we have a final permanent solution? Anytime. So then is the issue. Assuming they
maybe all that they can say is, all that they will say is, yesterday you did it, today we will also do it. But if we really want the good of the process, we take cue from what happened yesterday, and then we follow up. What is the essence of exhibition? Electoral Commission has told us on numerous times that the exhibition is done after every registration exercise, because they know, since it is humans who will be doing the entry, though even it is done by electronic, it is humans who do the entry. Like sometimes you even find female photographs on the card bearing a male name. You will see a male photograph, and then where the sex, the gender, you see F, indicated that male photograph, that person is a female. These are all mistakes. Just as he mentioned, the Pusiga issue, that some people have been mistakenly.
38.
How many of them?
38.
38. That thing has occurred. So after registration, every registration, the EC opens a window which is called the exhibition window, and that window, if I say we all political.
So if you mention if you bring in the Pusiga matter, for instance, it's evidential that even with that alone, then the audit is a call in the right direction, because it's gone to that point where the EC has had to suspend its official, the EC commissioner there in Pusiga, for supervising this illegal transfer. That even the EC has admitted was illegal transfer without the knowledge of these voters. Even for that alone, is it enough just to reverse them back to their polling stations?
What is the essence of exhibition? The essence of exhibition is to bring out every anomaly that is found. Look, we shouldn't forget the fact that during the registration, we have agents of the various political parties who are interested and willed to present their agents there. I mean, the various political parties. And they were the MPP had its representation, NDC had its representation, other political parties who willed also had their representation there. Then, after the exercise, as I told you, it is never an idea unknown to the EC that after registration, there will be some anomalies where a window should be created for those things to be corrected. It is there. So once you have found it, Pusiga this, 38 this, yes, it comes on board, and that thing will have to be rectified. You have to send to the commission. The commission will look. Just last week we came to sit here, and then my colleague NDC was mentioning about 50,000 votes. Is it 500?
So it is 15,000.
Is it 15?
Yes.
15.
Yes.
I thought it was 50. That figure was mentioned, and then you see what you also told him that the EC you should bring it. Until now, that thing has not been brought. I hope you understand me. Yes, you have identified certain things. That is why that window has been, and that is the right time to air. So it's good you are mentioning now that my political party realized some 15,000 votes, which need not to be voters, need to be entered or have been entered. So let's do that, and then it will cause them to sort of do that rectification. And as I said, when it is done, people who think their names were removed mistakenly, or maybe they have some problems, they have to go back and check if all these things all these corrections have been made. I hope you understand me. This is the practice. Then, all of a sudden, you say you want a forensic audit, and forensic audit means we are calling a third party. Just as Article 127 of our 1992 Constitution grants the independence of the judiciary, independence in terms of their administration and their finances. Article 46 of the 1992 Constitution grants that independence of that independent body, which is the Electoral Commission. They have ways of doing it. And so beautifully, it has been carved in such a way that they create windows for where there are some anomalies, you bring and it will be addressed. And they have created, so once you have seen, just bring it and see. You see, when he was telling you the purpose, the reasons for which they still think pushing for a forensic audit is necessary. You were saying we don't have time. You are putting those things across. Look at the time. And the person says, that is what we do it. Or the commission says, this is how we do it. You have seen 15,000. You have seen 38. Bring it. Let's work on it.
So your point is, if they bring in that independent audit firm to audit it, it will breach their independence. Is that the point?
That is what I'm saying. Because look, they should be independent in what just like the judiciary. That is how I see it. Per Article 127, the judiciary should be independent. The same way they say go to 46 or Section 3 of Act 451 will tell you about their independence as a body. I hope you understand me. This thing that I'm saying, I never knew when we were doing this. I was joining this Let My Vote Count thing. I never knew this was the position of the law. I hope you understand me. So I was heavily involved, holding the flag, that time in 2016. But when those things were going on, then our president then was telling us, if there's anything, just as I'm saying, just let the Electoral Commission know. That's His Excellency the former president, John Dramani Mahama. It was, if there is any, let the EC know, and then leave it. They will take it up. So what has changed? No one
can force them to make a decision.
That is to tell you the implication. He is bringing in, but just that he didn't quote the law. But that is what the law is saying, that look, they should have their independence.
But in the spirit of fairness, can't an idea be suggested to them?
Listen to me.
And
you can suggest, but that does not mean you should take away the way you present your suggestion and the means by which you want your suggestion to be implemented shouldn't be seen as taking away their independence from them. Okay. I hope you understand me. Right. Look, we have a whole lot. Even Johnson said we get here on a stakeholder meeting, the current chairman of the NDC.
And that's where you wrap up.
All right, no problem. Yes, he made something very categorical in that stakeholder meeting, asking the MPP then that the NDC, the Electoral Commission, is a body that is on its own. So we should just allow them to do their work. I hope you understand. So it wasn't only His Excellency the former president who said that, but we had our General Secretary saying that what it is, they say there is opportunity for any form of auditing under our current laws, including a process. He is making us mindful of a process, and that's what I said. That there's a process, and the EC is making that process available to us. They are not denying us. He says there's under a process for deleting names of deceased persons. This is often triggered at the exhibition and subsequently done in accordance with our laws. What is the law saying? Let them have their independence.
Okay. That's point to me. Thank you. So I'll come to you for reaction, definitely. But let me move on to Lawyer Jantua now. The demands they are making, are they permissible?
Good morning to my fellow panelists.
Good evening, lawyers.
The fact that you have an independent body doesn't mean that the results of what they do can be acceptable.
Yeah.
The fact that you have an independent body doesn't mean what they do can be acceptable. And if there are question marks to how they conduct this thing, it has to be discussed. Solomon was saying that the law indicates that they are independent. So no outside body could be permitted to do what the NDC is asking for. When you go to IPAC, the EU is there, the American embassy is there, the British embassy is there, and I think there's another one. CSOs are there at IPAC.
They only make suggestions. But the onus lies on the EC to make the final decision.
Hold on. What are they there for? Are they not foreign bodies? Anything that is discussed there, are they not part of it? The information that they gather, don't they take it back to their embassy and report it to whoever they need to report it to? So if you say you're exposing yourselves for Ghana's information to go out there, IPAC, they are sitting there. Look, let me tell you one of the challenges we have. One of the major challenges we have is the fact that there is no trust of the EC in this Fourth Republic. When the MPP is out of power, they attack the EC. When the NDC is out of power, they attack the EC. For me, at this crucial point, I don't care whether you said there's no time or no time. They should make time. And it would help everybody to have a credible register. And I believe the EC should take this opportunity to clean the register, especially when one felony was found where Pusika is concerned. Are you trying to tell me that Pusika will be the only one? Is what you're trying to tell me? I don't think so. It is an opportunity. And look, the EC could have pulled the rug underneath the, the NDC. The moment the NDC decided to do a demonstration because of irregularities they'd seen in the registration, they could say, hey, hold on. Let's call an IPAC meeting. All political parties. Come, let's sit. All of you bring your challenges, bring your problems. Let's sit together and go through it. IPAC. And tick everything, cross your T's, dot your I's.
So at this point, how would you describe the posture of the EC?
At this point, I want the EC, they have done the demonstration, they have told you what they are looking for, call an extraordinary IPAC meeting. Let's all sit around the table. CPP might have challenges. Chamati actually has said he supports a forensic, what do you call it? Because of the trust element. And the trust element goes right back to our constitution.
So
the fact that
the issue of saving time, and time comes in at this point, because the EC said that they met the NDC last Friday. They told them provide the evidence of what you believe are the anomalies. The NDC says that they will not do that.
You don't need to tell the NDC to provide the anomalies. Call a general meeting of all political parties. They will bring it there. Call everybody. MPP, NDC, call all of them. Let's sit down. NDC says they've seen irregularities A, B, C, D, E. Okay, we are all here. Present it. Let us see. Let's discuss it now.
That will not fix the audit part.
If it so happens that they all go through it and realize their challenges, that would now create, the suggestion will be made, okay, what NDC is saying is true, let's put a forensic audit in place. Simple. Or if you won't put a forensic audit in place, let the EC tell them how they are going to solve the discrepancies they've seen in the electoral register. Simple. I keep saying the chair of the EC should be a mother to Ghanaians. Her institution stands between peace and chaos. And in any family, when the child has an altercation with the father, it is the mother who stands in between the two. And she should be able, if you say the NDC should bring it, hey, Falbon no bra, Kwame Falbon no bra, bobo, do, ma, men fa ma, da men fa ma. You find somebody to come and tell Kwame, bra, Falbon no bra, nyen kasa. See, that kind of affinity is not there. The posture of the EC has been very adversarial. We won't do it. We have independence. You have independence, so what? What you're looking for is peace. What you're looking for is a credible election. What you're looking for is that after the elections, and this is where the challenge is, after the elections, there's no yo-yo. All this we are doing is to save after the elections. Because you see, the challenges that we face, we don't want a situation where if for some chance the MPP wins, people start pointing fingers. And the first finger they will point is the register. Electoral Commission. But you see, when we said there are problems with the register, they didn't mind us. Now look, and they proved to you that it was so. What do you think will happen in this country? And that is what the Electoral Commission should think about. The aftermath of the elections, we don't want problems. And you see, some of this mistrust stems from 2020 and the numerous, we had of the presidential election. Numerous different counts we had of presidential election. Right. So, for me, it is up to the EC to show integrity, to build the credibility, to build the confidence. The report, a survey was done and said 58% of Ghanaians believe in the Electoral Commission. What about the rest? It has to be 100%.
Okay.
For us to be able to make sure that the elections we are going into is a fair playing ground.
All right. So, Malik, I'll come to you for the reaction, definitely. But I have to take this quick break, and then when we're back, we will take the reactions. And definitely, I'll also find out from you. The EC says that they've instituted measures to address this, not the one particularly you're calling for on the forensic audit part. So you should trust them before they provide the permanent or the completed register. They will correct all of these things. Why not that patience? Maybe we'll come out and find out from that. Stay with us. This is the Breakfast Live. We are back after this break.
Yes, boy. Zalante, Zizin Zizi, or your Kings Drive Ghana Limited, and your Feffery, and your taxi driver, another total driver. I put a one custom Sakawakala, now your car owner, on the more day yana there, as the wood driver's license, never your two guarantors. I not deposit 10%, nine I your car owner, you're more free comprehensive insurance, up on the payment to sir, or you're flexible. About Tobas near Chanaka Kranka, Trotron taxi driver's way, even car no pay, Yawahunda, Toyota, Dau, Nissan, Sprinter, Kia, Chade, Bia, you for one trip, your head office, our old timers, off Castle Bojasi Road, Coporidia branch, Zoom Highway, Didiasi, traffic light, Asamankasa branch, you know oil filling station, Isawan branch, National Cal Health Service, Adwaju, Kumasi branch, Adjoso, Amasaman branch, Satellite Junction, Somenya branch, opposite main lorry station, and now Fred, Kaswa, head office, 0245 637786 and 0574 252104. Kings Drive Ghana Limited, hard work rewards.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting for your kids' enjoyment? Angel Cola. For your graduation enjoyment? Angel Cola. Beach hangout? Angel Cola. For all your refreshing moments? Angel Cola. For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola. Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you. Thank you. Enjoyment Cola.
Angel Cola. The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
All right, thanks for staying with us. You're welcome back. This is the Breakfast Live. You're still on the media review segment. We are discussing the aftermath of the NDC's Enough is Enough demonstration against the Electoral Commission. And my guest this morning, Rick Adam, former parliamentary aspirant, Okaiko North, and also a member of the NDC National Communications Team. Solomon Asante, as a member of the NPP National Communications Team, and then Lawyer Kwame to a private practitioner, senior member, CPP. Malik, I'm taking the reaction from you, and just like just as I asked before the break,
yeah.
Not gather that patience, wait on the EC to provide the correct register, which will be the completed one.
Yeah, quickly. The most important is about trust. As the lawyer said, people don't trust the EC, and that is one. Especially, immediately we brought out our founders, they came out attacking the NDC. We had the EC director who was saying that even in 2016 there were plants and trees in our register. Is that the right word? We have the electoral director who will say that the NDC are misleading their people. Meanwhile, you've admitted to all what we've brought. You've admitted that truly there were those mistakes. And you see, in 2015, something happened. When they went for the Kumipreku demonstration, see, hey, let our vote count demonstration. You know something was done about it. The then EC assembled eminent people led by Justice Crabb because they wanted a new register. And then the CEOs also were assembled and they look at it. They sat for 2 days and look at it. And they brought their findings. And the findings was that one, new register is not necessary. By cleaning of the register is what is necessary. So something was done about the demonstration, they went. It led to a committee which was headed by Justice Crabb. So something was done. That is one. And then two, if there is not allegation, if we found evidence of corruption, your independence doesn't exist again. It does not. People must what? Intervene because there's an element of corruption. So when corruption comes in, your independence doesn't work again. J. Mensah, October 2015, when he was the boss of IEA, he wrote to the EC that he thought there should be an audit just because MPP were raising a lot of flags. So he thought there should be an audit. What has changed? And even went further in his letter to state that the fact that they are independent it doesn't mean that if there is a concern, there shouldn't be an audit. So what has changed? She, J. Mensah, is now the head. And there's an evidence, the word is evidence, not a mere allegation, that something of this sort has occurred. So what should you do? You don't go around naming the NDC, giving them names, attacking them. And we've pointed out this. And the danger is that if you put card-bearing members of your party to be managing institutions that's supposed to be neutral, this is what we'll be seeing.
Those people you are
and
I have denied those
who
claims.
denied it?
Bear cards.
Can I, point of correction. Just last year, was it April or May, the two appointments the president made. One was the Bono East Communication. One was Bono East head of IT for NPP, which I have the CV here, NPP. And he wanted the regional minister for BA and apply. So the CV, we have it. And in his CV, he stated he has been debating on television and radio stations in Ashanti region and BA, which is evidential. So you don't put card-bearing members in such positions.
So the core of this concern is
and do you know what Nate talked? He said in 1992, NDC appointed NDC's members in EC's office, and nothing happened. So if the MPP also appoints people there,
who said that?
Nate said that. He
Nate?
said it. Yes.
Who's Nate?
One of the director. Is it the first name escaped me? I will remember now. The one who was transferred from Kumasi.
Director of EC.
Yes. The one who was transferred from Kumasi to Accra. He said it categorical on air. I listened to him last week. I listened to him around 6:30. I listened to him. That if NDC appointed the EC, all the EC's officials in 1982, and then the MPP too is appointing them, and nothing happened, and MPP appointed, why are we making noise? And nothing will happen. And you see that political statement. The NDC never appointed NDC members in 1992. Aferijan was not an NDC member. He was a lecturer at Lagos. NDC appointed, but they were not card-bearing member.
But
of the
Jane is not.
Jane is not card, but this guy Bosman is a card-bearing member. He was a patron of MPP in Lagos, which is a fact.
Anyway, thank you.
The IT head is a card-bearing member of the MPP. Should I read his CV for you?
We'll come to that.
Thank you.
But let me move on to
DOG, in fact, this issue of this government appointed that, this government appointed that, we shouldn't be going on that tangent, because look, so far as this our democracy is concerned, at every given time that a EC official needs to be appointed will be under the administration of a government. So we do continue target them. It can be that which he's saying that Afarijan isn't a card-bearing member. I'm not after a card.
No, what in 30 seconds? What I'm trying to say is that we know everybody votes. Judges votes. You vote, I vote. But don't put active member of your party. I use the word active card-bearing member of party who comes to television like I sit here. You put me as one of the directors of it. It's wrong.
Okay.
We thank God that we don't have an active a card-bearing member of a political party as the commissioner for EC. We thank God. So it means we are moving truncated, because I was going to that effect that look, at any given time there will be a government who will be appointing somebody. So anytime a government, just like you see, this thing we should try and learn and be smart about it and stop this thing. We were attacking Charlotte Osei, is that not it? Because she was appointed under NDC, is that not it? Yeah. And then Jane Mensah is being appointed under the administration of MPP, and she is also being tagged. So how long will we continue doing it? At any point in time, when there is the need for a commissioner to be appointed, it will be under the administration of somebody. So that side, we shouldn't. But as he said, and I agree with him, it shouldn't be somebody who is known to be an active politician. I hope you understand me. That we shouldn't go that target. Now,
and then he alleges that
I mentioned two names. IT.
Yeah, your IT. The
he's
IT
been
director
debating. He's been debating on radio and TV.
Politically exposed.
Bosman was a patron of the MPP in
for
Lagos.
That one, I can't tell for sure. I don't know.
Bosman
so I can't comment on it. I hope you understand me. I don't know. Just like when people were saying Charlotte Osei then was an NDC. In fact, there was this is it flyer that was flying with as a contesting vote. It's just that thing that I saw. But as to having the fact that truly she was a candidate and that a card-bearing member of NDC, I can't tell. That's why I don't want even to bring that narrative here. So I spoke and I left that one out. I don't have facts to back it. What is here? I don't know about it.
We don't know whether they are MPP or not.
I don't know. He's talking about card-bearing member. And I'm saying I don't know about their status in that sense. I hope you understand. So let me make progress. Okay. My progress that I'm making has to do with the submission made by a lawyer here. He was saying IPAC, they bring in other bodies. Yes, they bring in other bodies. But what is the forum? Let's look at the forum. The forum, IPAC. That is a committee that is set about the inter-party sitting to discuss issues of their concern as stakeholders within the politicking or the electioneering thing that we are doing. And when other bodies are brought, what, as he outlined what they do, did you hear him saying they impose something for the EC to do? We are talking about independence. So if somebody comes to observe, take notes, sense wherever he's coming from, I don't see it as amounting to interfering with the independence of the that body. I hope you understand me. So that's how I want us to get it clear. We are talking about because look, EC is doing his work. He has the ways that he does it when there's anomalies. He has brought that window up. Through that window, you have seen that 38 here, 15,000 here. As at last week Friday when we came to sit here, EC has said, and you have repeated it this month, that he says they should bring that 15,000. You see, I've alleged that Mr. Kwame Jantua is not 18 years, but he has been put. Oh, is that so? Let's check it, and then they'll check. So you have brought it, then you bring, but they calling you that bring the 15,000. You are not bringing it. I'm not a spokesperson for EC. It's up to them. They are the referee, whatever they do. But as last week Friday, we were here. We had a report that the NDC, after being called by the EC to bring that thing that they are alleging, they've not brought it. I don't know whether it has changed.
But
the position
from the
has changed.
Own work and internal, so to say, auditing. They also realize, if not the full
15,000, the full number, there are some anomalies.
So it means that
that is the essence. That is the essence of. That is the essence of. What is it? Exhibition. That is the essence. I'm coming. That is the essence of exhibition. You see, I want us to see this as something that needs to, as he said, this is something that is good. This is a step that is going to determine the aftermath of this year's election, whether it's going to be peaceful, not peaceful. That is why I don't want to bring in certain elements. I hope you understand me. Other than that, I would have gone to a tangent to tell you that, look, if you are dealing with somebody who is good in exaggeration, somebody who, when he sees the lizard, he says an alligator, somebody who sees the goat, says a cow, then when you are dealing with that person says 30. You should know it's less than 30. If some person says this, then you should be looking here. I hope you understand me. I hope you understand me. So if by the grace of God they've sent it, or the EC have realized that what they were pointing out, there are some truths and they have worked on it. That is the essence of this. What is it? The exhibition exercise. Now he's saying that challenges which have not. He said yes, you should call for, and that I think I will support lawyer here, that there should be a call by the EC for all the stakeholders, the parties, so that they sit and then they go through whatever anomalies that the NDC is brought on table. They go through, and then when they go through, he said that will be the first step, because when they sit down and go through, the results or the outcome may lead to a forensic audit, and then that is where I have a problem with. I say when they realize that the challenges are through, they should also go on to check if that challenge had not been a challenge that had been solved by the EC in the past before. If it is a challenge which has been presented before the EC before and it has been solved,
without a third party coming in,
then there is no need for all this.
But that will show. That will show there.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I am supporting your claim that there should be.
They're avoiding.
Listen to me.
Because they don't want you done.
No, what is the? Oh, we listen to people. You know them, so we will. But what I'm saying, I'm supporting. I said I'm supporting what you said, but I am saying that where you got the junction that you got, and you said if they look at it, there is no outer of truth in whatever they are saying, then we go on. And if there is, then there should be a forensic. I say at that place we should create a junction. Not that automatically there is, so go forensic. No, let's look at what it is, that problem that has it been a problem that has been handled and solved by the EC in the past before. If it is they are within their domain that they've done it before, why do we say still forensic? I hope you get me right.
I think
so, and then I think he's talking about 100%. You can't get 100%. There was a survey that says 58%. Then he said it should be 100%. I beg to differ. It can never be 100%. 1,000 love, 1,000 hate. You get people support. You get at least some figure of fraction or decimal of beings who do not. So you never get the 100% that a lawyer is preaching over here.
Fair enough. However, what do you call it? Charlotte says audit. Who did it? Was it done by Electoral Commission itself, or there was a external body that came in? So taking Solomon's argument, it's been done before.
So
with an independent, with a third party. So what's different? What's different? When you go to court, and you're using the law to be able to defend your client, you sometimes take a similar case that the same law has been able to do what? Adjudicate. And cite to the judge. So if it's happened before, what's stopping them? Why should there be a challenge? Why should there be a challenge? And Solomon's argument that I made with regards to the fact that, what did you say?
Is it the foreign bodies?
No.
Which one?
Trust in the EC, 58%.
The 58%.
Okay.
I do agree. It cannot be 100%, but if for nothing at all, 75, 80%.
Thank God you have rescinded on the 100% and come to 75%.
The 100% was a tongue-in-cheek example I was using. But yeah, 80%. At least there shows that people trust the EC. 58% trust the EC. More than half.
But lawyer,
trust the EC.
In a system where when we vote, you get a result that NDC is taking over 6 million, NPP is taking over 6 million. For you to get, and you know when NDC, as you said, when this is in opposition, they will fight the EC, and when this is in power, they will be. It seems like they are supporting the EC. So the 80, you have to look at it again. The 80, you still have to look at it again because they whip all their followers to follow. If it's in opposition to, they will oppose. If it's in for it, they will go in for it. So that one, you look at it well. Your 80 is not real.
You see where you bring a party before country. That's the type of challenges you have.
Exactly.
That's our bane.
That is our bane. I would have expected the president to look through this Fourth Republic and say, we've always had this problem. It is not boding well for the country. What do we do about it? Let's change how we nominate the chair. Public Services Commission, take over. Anybody who wants to be EC, anybody who wants to work in the EC, bring your application, bring your CV. Let's interview. And then once that is done, Parliament comes in, does the vetting, and then the one who wins, the president signs under. Parliament is there for who? The people. So there will be a credible body. We can see the people. The people are in support. However, where you have a situation where one party has majority, excess majority in Parliament, that can create challenges too. But we should, as a people, want to have an electoral commissioner who we know is credible enough to handle elections. Credible enough to handle elections. Look, this particular situation has not only got to do with what NDC is talking about. When we did the district assembly elections, what did the Electoral Commission tell us? We are ready. Everything is ready to go. Did we not find problems? Did elections not go into second day? And some of these things that happened makes it difficult for you to trust sometimes what the Electoral Commissioner says. So you see, for me, I believe whatever the case is, and when the NDC left IPAC, we were some of the people who said, NDC, come back. You're leaving IPAC is neither here nor there. We have to create a certain situation where this perception that any EC that comes in is against opposition, that has to stop. Because what does it do? It also divides the people.
But don't you think it's a strategy that the opposition intentionally use?
I said country before politics.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is the problem. That is the problem. Do we care enough? If we don't bring country first and we bring political party first, do we care enough? Unfortunately, in this particular administration, party has been brought before country. Unfortunately. And this is where the president now becomes president for all, where he says, look, this situation is not working for us. The president came to us 4th August, didn't he? Did he not come into our houses? Did he not make statements with regards to founder and all that? Has the president come to us where this Galamsey is concerned?
He has formed a committee on it.
Wait. How long did it take the president to form the committee? The first thing, the moment the water people said, this Galamsey thing is threatening our water bodies, I expected the president to come into our homes and tell us, even if he was going to put a committee together, coming into our homes and tell us this particular challenge is a challenge that is life and death. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what I'm going to do to make sure that we kind of expunge this problem. Now, let me end on this one. The EC come and tell us that we have sorted some of the things out. Have they told us what they've sorted out?
No.
The transfer from. No, but those.
You said some of.
Did they mention that? Did they mention that?
Wait.
No, did they mention that they have sorted it out?
Wait. And we say we want to see.
Some of the problems that the NDC have brought on the table. Bossman, I heard his interview on Joy over the weekend.
Yes, when he called us, we are misleading our people.
Not even misleading. He said a lot of the challenges have been solved. How have you solved it? What did you see when you saw those challenges? At least itemize it to us. Look, for me, one of the major things where this entire thing is concerned is credibility, integrity, and confidence in the EC. Okay. So it's up to the EC to build that in the people. For the people to say, our EC is strong enough to handle whatever they are doing. But if you come and tell us, oh, we've done it, without showing us evidence, it becomes difficult.
All right.
The NDC is the biggest opposition party. The NDC has a stake. If the MPP in power had these worries, will the NDC not look? Will the Electoral Commission not look at it?
Okay.
They looked at it under when they raised in 30 seconds. Lawyer, now in this year, when Afrobarometer did their survey, only 33% of Ghanaians had trust in our EC, and it's over the 2 decades. This is the lowest ever.
Okay.
And this survey was done in somewhere March, April.
Thank you.
Only 33% of Ghanaians have trust in it.
So we will continue with the system. Electoral matters and see if the EC can meet their demand in the 7 days ultimatum period that the NDC has given them to respond to these 7 demands, including adopting a revised timeline for the electoral activities, and then also ensuring accountability and integrity measures. But let's talk about something that is also related to elections. This Galamsey politics. We want to weigh whether it will have an impact going into December 7. Many observers feel that is why politicians are not really acting the way they should or fighting in the way they should, because they are also weighing their options and who will score political points in this. Some are using it to score political points, and that's why there's not been commitment. NAPO has called for commitments from these political parties by signing an anti-Galamsey pact so that they are all in the same kind of soup, and no one gets an advantage over anybody for trying to fix this. So let me start this conversation with you. We are doing 2 minutes on this one.
2 minutes.
Okay, you let me add one.
There's no time.
Let me do 3 so that we finish in time. So, what will be the effects fighting this Galamsey?
The question originally, I think, is whether it will have an impact on this coming elections. Yes, and I said, I'm saying we need more than 3 minutes to discuss about. Let me just run it through. Okay, you know what? It will definitely have an impact. It will definitely happen because there are people in mining areas, mining constituencies. Whichever decision that is taken will inform the decision that they will make on that day. Already, we've heard some communities calling that the call by the president that he's sending the military and then the police joint force. They shouldn't dare come and do anything. As people are seeing this thing as a cultural and a natural heritage because they think wherever they live or their village, it has been the tradition that this galamsey thing they've been doing from ages, even pre-colonial era they were doing it. So whenever you come and your actions seem to sort of deny them of that source of daily livelihood, then they have a problem with you. In fact, through this exercise, when Kweku Buahi and Tony Obi and that committee that was set for galamsey by the opposition NDC, when they went in 2020, it had an effect on us. We lost 5 mining constituencies because of what they were told. They were told that, you see, that when we were in power, we weren't chasing you, we weren't putting you behind bars. MPP came and they are trying to deny you your source of livelihood, where you'll be getting money, where you'll be building stores here and there. So vote for us. When we come, we'll make sure we'll stop this. And then you have the leader himself who come out and say that when I come, I'll grant you those who have been arrested and put behind. I'll grant them what? Amnesty. I hope you get a dynamics. Then when it happens this way, those people, they say, okay, if this person will grant us our freedom and let us do it, then we'll rather give it to him. So definitely to have an impact, especially when we don't want to look nationalistic. When, as he said, lawyer said that there are certain things that we need to be look at it devoid of political callous. Is it a good fight? Have you yourself, the NDC, you the same person, John Dramama, during your term from 2013 to 2016, have you yourself attempted to tackle this fight? Yes, in May 2013, the minister then for environment, Mahama Yariga, started it. They said this same interministerial committee. It was set. And what was, they put 3 things in front on table. They said, 1, they are going to ban the illegal, that's the galamsey thing. And then 2, they are going to revoke the licenses of Ghanaians who have subletted their licenses to foreigners. And also they are going to get rid of foreigners in the industry that are sort of being a source of worry to our water bodies. These are the 3. But 4 years in September 2016, the same Mahama Yariga, and Joe Online captured it as the Minister for Environment gives up the fight on galamsey. That was how they captioned it. Because he came out to say that, look, looking through, traveling from 2013, that they initiated those 3 things up to 2016, they realized that no, it is rather good for the whole thing to be regularized. I hope you understand me. So it is something that you have fought before. So if you have this behind your mind, and it is not for political expedience, it's not for to score political points as you use, the words that you used. Why would you go into 2020 to form a committee to mainly target mining constituencies and talk to them, compare what they are going through in the hands of the MPP administration by means of stopping what they are doing that is causing our river bodies to turn to chocolate? So I hope you are getting the drift that I'm bringing. So this will definitely, in fact, it had an impact in 2020. So if it is going to continue like this, because look, we are in another election year, and that committee, its activity has been.
So will an anti-galamsey pact fix this? That will show more commitment, so that we don't see the issue of double standard from this.
This is where I'll buy into the words used by lawyer that look, we need this. Once the NDC tried, the MPP has tried, and we are still at it. And then the politics within is not also helping. It calls for a national sit-in. And I think I'll back the call by, what is the name? Napo, that all political parties should commit themselves. I think Otunfo or say Tutu, yes, came out with, it says what? It says, not doing anything is no more an option. You saw it. Not doing anything is no more. So now the chiefs
fighting this, not fighting galamsey.
Not fighting galamsey. I wanted to get exactly what he said, but he says yes, to do nothing is no longer an option. That is exact quotation of the Otunfo. To do nothing is no longer an option. And then the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, they are UTAG. This is what they came out. They said unity needed to win fight against the galamsey. Unity, and I think these 2 are in line. Then I think GMA also came out. It says all political parties should make a public declaration And it doesn't end there. After making a public declaration, publish a duly signed document on their commitment to fight illegal and unethical activities in Ghana. I think when we look at it from this angle, it will solve this menace.
All right.
We shouldn't look at it politically. We shouldn't look at it like, if I'm talking for MPP, the way I said, then NDC, you see, we would deviate from the object that is at stake. Okay. We should look at it holistically as a national menace, and for that matter, any political party, any individual, any institution, being from the chieftaincy, the politician, the security, and they are thwarting our efforts at getting the right thing done. Look, we shouldn't spare them.
Thank you. Opanyi, how do we weigh the impact of this fight on the elections coming?
Water is life.
Mm-hmm.
And if our waters are being polluted, it's killing the country. Country is dying slowly. People won't get water to drink. Our farms won't be able to,
to irrigate it.
To irrigate it. Food won't come. Even if the water is able to irrigate it, the impurities that they've put in the water would pollute the food that is being grown. So the country will be dying gradually. You see, this is where you take bold leadership. You do things boldly, irrespective of who your political party is. I expect the president to call John Mahama, former President Mahama, come, let's sit down. We need to solve this thing together. Let us decide in our manifestos, where Galamsey is concerned, we put equal clauses in there that we would not accept anybody doing Galamsey.
That's the point again, nation before party.
Nation before party. Because it's killing us. Both parties, in fact, all political parties, put the same clause in your manifesto. Because the manifesto document is what we use to judge you. And then go out there and tell the people, all of us are against what you people are doing. Nobody can say, MPP has said this, NDC has said this, CPP has said, they are all speaking with one voice. And then when you put in the measures to attack Galamsey, it is together. Nobody campaigns on Galamsey lines. You will see what will happen. You will see the unity of the people. You will see the unity of the security services. We are tackling this thing head on. You see what will happen. A small number of people, 2-3 million people? Even less. Trying to do what? Kill a nation of 31 million people. Well, whatever the case is, there are millions. It's neither here nor there. We shouldn't allow this to happen. But it's leadership. It's leadership.
So you would agree with Napo's call for the signing of the anti?
He's the only one in the MPP I've seen talk about this. Vice President Bamia, has he said a word? Shouldn't this come from him? He says he's now what? Leader of the MPP. He's seeking to be a president. I expected him to be the first person to talk about it.
Yes.
But
he's a beneficiary.
He's silent.
Yes.
He's a beneficiary.
He's silent because remember, there are politicians in here. And I think the Electoral Commission too has not helped us where Galamsey is concerned, especially with politicians.
How?
Are they not supposed to find out where party funds are coming from? Are they not supposed to see how politicians fund themselves? Should they not, with Galamsey, including with Parliament, because the Speaker has said a lot of politicians, they are doing Galamsey,
and they know them.
Should they not call the 276 parliamentarians? How are you funding your campaign? Show us how you are funding your campaign. America, do you remember that senator who took party funds to ingratiate himself? Where is he now? He's in prison. You see, this will set standards. It will be the beginning of setting standards for our politicians. But nobody cares. Look, the whole length and breadth of Ghana is covered in gold. And the gold you find in water is called alluvial gold. And that one happens because of erosion from rocks. And you know that rocks have gold in it. That's why the MPP brought those machines that crack gold from rocks. The erosion, when it rains, now comes down in the water and gets into our water bodies. It's called alluvial gold. Everywhere you pass in Ghana, there's gold. Don't you think, after we put this together as a nation, we will say, okay, we are streamlining Galamsey and small-scale mining. Let's streamline it because it's profitable. It creates jobs. In fact, it's a job creator. Where there's gold everywhere, job creator. But it has to be done well. The regulations have to be policed well. And we do it together.
Okay. All right.
If we don't do that, where this country is heading for? I'm sorry, all the young people here. You see, no. The young people here, they are what? 24, 22, 21. Maybe an old man. By then, I might have drank a little bit of the Galamsey water, but they have to live. And so this fight is not only a fight for country, but it's fight for our children's children.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Malik.
Dennis, I agree with the lawyer that Galamsey fight is about leadership. It's about leadership. I don't see it as non-partisan. No, it's a leadership. We have a leader in this country. The leader must put measures in place that will stop the Galamsey or minimize the rate at which the Galamsey is happening. That is it. But if we have people in his own party who are the leaders of this act and he's mute on it, then how do we solve it? Just last month, look at what happened. I expected the president to quickly sack the Western Regional Minister and then withdraw the PC from being a PC because of that reckless statement he made, organizing party soldiers who are into Galamsey and tell them that they can do, if police come or army come, they can beat the person. And regional minister is here. He supports him, what he's saying, just a month ago, and the president is quiet. Your minister is seated there.
Your candidate. The problem we have, the blame game here.
No, it's not about blame game. There is issue that has happened. It's on. You have the video. So why can't you sack him quickly? Because it's a step ahead. We saw it. That kind of ministerial, what's the name? A committee that has been set. What for? The purpose is to mitigate Galamsey. You've heard your appointee that people should go and do Galamsey. They should beat the security service. They should beat. That's the word. And you have heard it. What do? You quickly withdraw all their positions from the party. It will send signal to others. You understand? So that's why we are talking about the leader. That is one. Where the leader then, Frimpong Boateng, his report, forwarded the report to you. Hide the report for 3 years. What were you hiding? You should have worked on the report. You hide it 3 years. Later when the report came, we find out that your office are the people who are promoting it. So it's leadership, your office. So who and who should come together?
Okay.
What should we come together to do? Your office is promoting it. Right. They've mentioned your office names, which I should mention here. We have Albert Kwam, Joseph Albert, we have Lord Comey. Right. They are promoting it. And when this report came, what do you have to do? You have to sanction them. Immediately you sanction them, those doing it, they will panic.
Okay.
So they will withdraw. But what you sought to do was to cover up.
All right, absolutely.
And when Charles Bisu
my time is up.
Was when Charles Bisu really
my time is up.
Was being seen taking bribe from Galamsey, taking bribe like this. Okay. You should have sacked him.
All right, thank you. So the president should take action.
He's president.
Thank you very much.
And John Mahama should also disband that committee.
Okay.
Go. Let that committee. Because you can't tell another to do this, crack the whip, and then you, the flag bearer, you also. Was he not the one telling?
Communications team. Solomon Asante, also a member of the NPP National Communications team, and then we are Kwame Janto, a private legal practitioner, and also a member of the CPP. My name is Dennis Sejef. Thanks for your time with me. The breakfast live continues. Gentlemen, you are off. So stay with us. There's a gentleman who lost your documents. I'll come back and then tell you about it from Chaffas Institute. Thank you very much. I gave you 3 minutes. So if 3 minutes, then that was fair. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much. We are back after this.
sense so never wa hoto enwie peyo emra ye wo mu high sense AC na yenya abote aye said de be ya ebetumi Ghana show no high sense de woto a ye de free factory ne de be so fie sometime ye da so kra ya mamre ni mu eche efo aye papa na ntwe nyinam kanea ade baako a ewa high sense AC ho a ema mani je ho pa no aye gold face ene copper pipes na ye de aye no ena manu nti no ema AC no anwe na ache said de woda ne tie bia gidiba ejina ne na so 4-in-1 filter na ewo muti no oh me from a crojin a 23rd September a 28 6 days per Madam High Sense air conditioner but it is to say who high sense air conditioner your split and your floor standing ni mienu nyina ubetumi ato ne standard and the inverter wom ka ho na ko high sense showroom bia na ko jodie high sense everyday prices for everyday people.
Many houses have developed moles, damps, and are peeling off. And this has become a major headache for most house owners. But the question is there a solution to this problem? Oh yes, the solution is Aeroflex Solution. Aeroflex Solution is your #1 damp-proofing solution that solves all these problems. When the building develops molds, damps, and begin to peel off, the assumption is that it was built in a waterlogged area or the salt content of the soil is very high. The solution is Aeroflex Solution. Just apply Aeroflex Solution to the building and your problem of damp-proofing will be long gone. Again, if you have cracks in your building or are experiencing roof leakage, your solution is Aeroflex Solution. And the best part is Ghana Standard Authority has certified Aeroflex Solution for purchase. Contact Aeroflex Solution at Pig Farm near the Westland Hotel. Call. Remember, Aeroflex is ERUFLEX. Aeroflex Solution, simply the best.
All right, thanks for staying. This is still the Breakfast Live show, and it's time for the key issue segment. You was probably expecting Lebanon to be here, but yes, I am doing this in a state, and we're going to have a conversation on our communities, community development. We know about government's decentralization plan just to ensure that every community gets the needed development that they have to get from the central government. And how our community is developing, that is a conversation we're going to have today. We know that we have the district assembly elections, and these are reps who are supposed to champion the development of these individual communities. What are their challenges? How are they seeing all of this going through? My guest this morning, Honorable Abdul Rahman Zakari, he's the assembly member for Olebu electoral area, and is my guest this morning. Honorable, good morning.
Okay, Sammy, good morning. Let me use this opportunity to say good morning to your cherished viewers, and also say good morning to the 7 communities that come together to form an electoral area, which is called Olebu electoral area as well.
7 communities.
7 communities that came together to form as electoral area.
What are these communities?
We have Olebu, Vikolis down, 6 to 6, Zamzam, Abase, and Ablukuma New Town also. So all these communities are the community that
forms the Olebu electoral
area.
So just for clarification, Olebu is in the Greater Accra region. So are those watching us outside Accra, just for so you know, Olebu electoral area is in the Greater Accra region, and you have 7 communities that forms it. So the work of an assembly member, do you get any orientation as assembly members when you are elected, and what exactly is your work?
Okay. Thank you very much. Before I go on, as for orientation, since we have been elected to the office, we have never getting there yet, because we just receiving a letter from the Minister of Local Government that there's an orientation that is coming up soon. So as assembly member, our duty is to make sure the laws that have been put in there for the community have to be working according to. And once we see challenges, we have to draw the ABC attention to act on it. That is major our duty. That's our major duty as assembly members.
So you ensure that the laws in the community are working. Is that what you're trying to say? Just break it down for me.
Frankly speaking, I can confidently say that those laws are not working properly, based on high level of hypocrisy in our society.